Do you know that most of the resume get rejected under the 10 seconds? And are you one of them? You are also not getting shortlisted or not getting the interview calls because of the resume. So don't worry. So I will help you to fix them, because as a mentor, as a career coach, I see a lot of resumes. So where I know what we have to put in the resume and what we have to avoid. So I will help you to fix that one, so we can see what do's and don'ts we do while creating the resumes. Your resume is the reason why you are not getting an interview call sometimes, because it is not getting shortlisted. Maybe the mistake what we do in the resumes while we are creating, so we put something we don't need, because resume is the first step for your dream job, and it's also a first step where you impress the recruiter. Whether you are a fresher, whether you are a professional, okay, mainly for a fresher, so who are new to this creation of the resumes, applying for the job. So one wrong move can make a lot of difference. So that's why we will deep dive into this video, where we will discuss all about the what is do's and don'ts we have to do. By the end of this video, you will get to know that what to include and what not to include, and how your resume can stand out between multiple applicants. So let's get this started. So if you are new to our channel, and I hardly welcome you here, where we discussed about IT career and software engineering. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can subscribe it and press the notification, where you get update about these things. And if you relate to videos, or if you are any colleagues or fellow mate, okay, so who can relate to this video, you can share with them also, so we can get advantage from this video. And if you are already a subscriber, I thankful for your support. Okay, so let's begin then. So first we will discuss what are the important topics, what are the section we need to include our resumes. So the first things comes is, okay, so many at a high level. So the things comes is the skills, experience, educations, and the contact information. So these are the four fundamental which is must you have to include in your resumes. So first you can start with your contact details. Okay, contact details are one of the most important, where recruiter can reach out to you. Contact details nothing but isn't mean that only the phone number and the email. Okay, so in the contact details, put a phone number and email. Along with that, you can put your GitHub profile, or you can put your portfolio. So portfolio, where you put all your project, what are the achievements you've done, how you implemented the project, where you showcase that one. So because the recruiter, when he's seeing your resume, and when he really impressed, so he can really click on that link and he can go through the projects what you did. So it is a really added advantage. If you don't have a portfolio, so I'll recommend you, so create your website portfolio and you can add that one. So it's a just optional, it's not a mandatory. And next thing comes is, along with that one, put a LinkedIn profile. It's very important as of now in nowadays, because people see your LinkedIn profile. So LinkedIn profile, you already know, it's a professional where networking happens. So it's mainly built for to get the job, apply for the job, get hired, okay, hire someone. Okay, so for this professionalism that had been built, so create account on that one, and you can put your projects over there also. So because whenever the recruiter see your LinkedIn profile, so he want to know that you are really adding the value to the domain where you are working. Otherwise, if your LinkedIn profile is just empty, so it doesn't tell that anything. So are you really adding the value? So next thing is, apart from the contact details, the experience. This is one of the most important. So avoid including the irrelevant job experience, because from the past, right now you are applying for the software engineering, and don't include the irrelevant that I worked in some factories. Okay, so don't include that one, because recruiter want to see what you are working right now related to what you are applying. And if you don't have job experience in that one, then put a projects as in a experience. Put a projects. I worked on this one. I worked on this one. If you are working on it as a data scientist, so I worked on these projects. If you are a fresher, and if you are switching from non-IT to the IT, then also put these projects. Okay, so don't put until it tells that that those things are related. And along with that, the misconception I want to remove from the people, that okay, people tell that your resume should be ATS friendly. So it is not the case in every time, because how the ATS work is just find the keywords based on the job description, based on the ETS systems, then the score will be more. If the score will be more, then it will pass into the system, and you will get shortlisted. But every time the score doesn't matter. Based on my personal experience, if I put my resume actually in the ATS, it's shown the score for 15 actually, but it still got selected in Amazon, shortlisted in Amazon. So keywords matter for the ATS, but ATS score doesn't matter for the job to get shortlisted. Remove that misconception that ETS we need, ETS score we need. So in experience, the main thing, make a bullet point. Don't write a paragraph. Okay, so whatever things you've done, make a bullet point. If you work on a project, okay, so make a bullet point. I worked on this one, I done this one, I have done this one. Okay, with a bullet point, explain that one. And along with that, the main thing what you have to include is quantitative explanation. So quantitative explanation in the sense, add a numbers. So numbers, when recruiter is saying, so numbers is a very highly eye catchable. Okay, so because when you see, suppose I increase the sales by 30 percentage. I increase the sales by 50 percentage. And if you're working in a software, I reduced database latency by 10 percentage. I increase the website response by 40 percentage. So these numbers are there, right? So this add a great value to your resumes. So people see that first, numbers. So that's why add a 22, because it tells that okay how much progress you have done, and along with that add an actionable explanation in your resume. This means that, so what are the action you took apart from working with a team, instead of saying I worked on this one, I worked on this one. So if you took any action from your end, like I optimized, I reduced, I increased. Okay, so these are all the action taken by you, because when recruiters see that one, so it add a advantage that you taken a step, you came forward and you took an initiative to do that one, because over there you are the responsible for that one, right? You did that one, not the entire team. You took the initiative and you done that one. So that's why if you have done any actionable and you have taken a step forward and done this one, you can include that one. That is a very great added advantage. And the next thing which is really important to add in your resume is the skills, because the skills matter. Where resumes, where you put, so and the recruiter who is seeing that one, so he wants to see all the skills what he want actually. So the project what he is hiring for, so do you have the skills, or what are the things he needed and what are the things company needed. So that's why, so add a skills, what are the skills you have. So suppose you are applying for the data science role, so add a skills like statistics, machine learning, python, okay, R, database. Okay, so these are the skills you can add. And the same for the Java developer, add a Spring Boot and everything. So it tells that okay, I have that skills, so what I'm applying for and what your project need. And along with that, people add, make a two different sections, hard skill and soft skills kind of a thing. Soft skill where they put where they don't know that much, but don't make that partition, keep it in one only. So suppose you don't know about the Power BI that much, and no worries, include that one in the skills only, only one skill section, and include everything what are the skills you need. And one thing you have to remember is, doesn't matter whatever you put, okay, when you start lecture and when you sit in front of an interviewer, okay, so he will take any skills and he'll start digging through that one, he'll start asking the question based on that one. So now what happens is, even though earlier only you have to tell that, if you started asking the question on the Power BI which you don't know, right, that much, so you can beginning only tell that I'm done worked on that much, okay, so I have just idea how these things works. So that time the recruiter will never get deep dive into that one. He will concentrate on what you know more. Otherwise, if you start exaggerating yourself and you are just bluffing about I know this one, I know this one, then recruiters will be very talented. Okay, so they will take a specific technology and they will start digging through that one. So where you are, if you don't answer those things, then definitely interview will be ruined. So that's why first only tell them that I know this. Okay, eat this much, I didn't work on that much, but I know how these things work. That's it. And next thing, what you can add is in your resume, so education. So education also play some kind of important role, that not that much, because people also want to know what is your background. So are you really coming from, if you are applying for a software, are you really coming from the computer science background? So earlier it was there, but now few recruiter don't care, I also don't care, because I care what you are right now, what your current, are you working greatly. So even though if you are from the civil background but you are rocking in the software, your projects are good, if you have a talent, so I don't care about your background. Some people care about that one, so just put that one, the education, and not a very past like high school and everything, just a recent educations like engineering degree, what are the things you've done, and along with that one, put the time frame from where to where. So everywhere you have to put a time frame. Okay, if you have worked in one company, put a time frame from how much to how much. And if you've done education completed in 2019, put that one, completed this, because what happens is when they are hiring, they see the gap also. Okay, so this is definitely happen. So when you completed at a 2019, when you start working at a first job 2000, assume 22, so they will start asking a question, why this gap, 3 years of gap. Put all the time frame, if you have worked in company 1 year, 2 year, okay, from this to this. And let's discuss about the things need to be avoided, okay, in the resumes. So this is very unprofessional, and what makes resume don't stand out. Okay, so the first thing is the photo you put. Okay, so as a fresher, we think that okay, photos add a values. Okay, because I'm applying for the job, I will put myself in the picture in the resume, because but what happens is some recruiters mindset will be different, right? Someone see the face first, so it's a hard truth that if we don't like the face, then whatever the next thing you tell, okay, so some people don't care about that one, even though you did a great projects and everything. So people sometimes care about the face, okay, and they start thinking about the second thought about your experience. So don't get rejected by the face. Actually, impress with your experience, impress with your skills in the interview. And the next thing, what you can avoid is bluffing. Okay, exaggerating yourself, that uh, in the soft skill or wherever you put that one, I am a team player, I'm a hard worker. Okay, so these are the things you are thinking that adding this one make a lot of difference. And problem solver. Okay, literally no one care about those things. Okay, I can put anything, but no one care about those things. You are showing off. And remember one thing, the resumes are to show your work, not to show off. Team player, problem solver, okay, critical thinker. Okay, so don't put these things. Okay, because when you get into the project, then only they get to know how problem you solve. Okay, if you really got a problem. Okay, how you are a team player when you are in a team, how you handle the team. Okay, so at that time they will get to know that one. And the next thing is don't do the typo errors. Okay, misspelling. Okay, so sentence errors or anything. Okay, don't do that one, because ATS find that one also, they detect that one also. So because of that one, the scores will be reduced sometimes. Okay, so that one. And don't put fancy images, fancy text. Keep it very simple. Normal text will be there, normal font will be there. Okay, it's not a marriage card, it's a resume. So keep it very simple. And don't put images also in your resumes. Okay, so these are all the things where in the ATS, depends on the ATS how they build that ATS. Okay, so sometimes it will affect that one. Okay, so and along with that one, remember one thing. So one wrong move what you make, it will definitely ruin your the dream job what you want. Okay, one good move can get you shortlisted, one good move can get you an interview call, one good move can get you a dream job. Okay, make that good move. Even though what, because what happens is, even though we have a lot of skills, even though we have a lot of experience, we can't tell that before, right? So first things comes is the resume go first. And after that, resume gets shortlisted, and after that we get about, after that we start telling we have this one, then you can impress. But if we are, even though you have a lot of experience, skills, but our resume sucks, so then we cannot do anything. So that's why don't take a chance with the resumes. Okay, make a very good resumes. It is a first step for your dream job. It's a first step where you get an interview call. And after that also, remember, when you get an interview call, so people think that that interview call is just to understand your background. No, it's not. Okay, it's the interview calls are for the, to get you shortlisted for the interview actually. So they ask, okay, what was the experience, and what are the things you've done. You have to impress over there also, then only you will get shortlisted. Otherwise, what they tell you is, so we'll get back to you, I will get back to you. That is the only thing they will tell. And after that, you will never get shortlisted. And that is the call to get shortlisted for the interview. This is from my perspective. Okay, so if you have any things to include, not to include, if you have that one, please put it on the comment section. So this is it for today's video. And if you really find it knowledgeable, okay, don't forget to share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe it. And share with your freshers friend who are applying for a job, who are creating a resumes. Okay, share with them so they can avoid these mistakes, and their resume also can stand out. Okay, so thank you so much, and keep watching.